Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about how, I don't go to burials. Now, I know if I make this film and someone out there is going to, scathe me or guilt me or shame me for not going to burials, either for friends or kin. Now, if you want to go to a burial or a wake, then that's your own business, you know. And some folks might be like this. Well, one of our friends, is having a burial. Do you want to go see it? Go to it? Well, the first thing is, first off, no, I don't, because I've already said goodbye to my friend when he or she was alive. And as long as I keep them in my heart, they'll always be with me, and I'll see them again one day in heaven. And, I don't really handle those kind of outings that well. I don't really, like going to burials, or even going to wakes and burials. I don't do that. And I know you're going to shame me or guilt me or scab me for not going to someone's burial, you know. Well, no, you don't have to if you don't want to. If you have, said your goodbyes to them when they were still alive or whatever the grounds was, then going to a burial or a wake is your own business. There is no law or oversight that says you have to go to this wake, you have to go to this burial. Their kin, their friends, their whatever, a classmate, a inmate, a workmate, whatever the kinship need be to someone. You know, yeah, I understand that. You know, now let's say that you lived with, say you knew you had a lot of friends or you had a lot of kin followers, a lot of kin, a big kin or a lot of friends. And then you might see yourself going to wakes and burials a lot if you choose to do it. Duke. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jordan. If you knew a lot of friends, either they be a roommate or a classmate or inmate or whatever, or kinder friends, whatever, the workmate, whatever the kinship was or is, that, but yeah, no one makes anyone go to burials or wakes. Or do you even call a burial if someone gets burned? I guess you call it a burning. Unless they're going to bury the ashes or something. I don't know what you call it. If someone gets, burned up instead of being buried or something, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, yeah, no one's going to guilt you or shame you or scathe you or slight you for it. Because as long as you loved them and as long as you said your goodbye to them in some other way before that, you don't have to go to a wake or a burial. Well, I'm glad I brought this up, dude. Because there are going to be folks that choose to go to burials or wakes. Well, there's the wake and the burial. Well, first there's a wake, then the burial. And some folks will think that you have to do it. That if you don't go to a wake and you don't go to a burial, either they'll believe either A, you don't care about them, or B, they'll see it as a slight on them. And they'll either guilt you or shame you or scathe you for not going to the wake or burial. Well, Jordan, I wouldn't worry about that. As long as you said your goodbye to them when they were still alive and you say goodbye to them, and that's all it's needed. I mean, going to a wake and going to a burial is your choosing. There's no law or oversight that does it. I don't know if they still call they know it's still a wake when, I don't know what they call it when someone gets burned. I guess it's still called a wake. There's no body or any box for anyone to come and look at. Except there's some tin. And I don't know if you call it a burial if you got burned up and you're already in a tin or something. I don't know either, to be earnest with you. I don't know. I just know that you know, some folks might think ill of you if you don't go to the wake or burial of your friend or your kin or your classmate or your workmate or your roommate or your inmate, whatever the kinship was to whoever you were. We don't have to worry about it, because I'm not going to guilt you or shame you or scathe you for it. So, I don't do wakes and I don't do burials. That doesn't mean I don't care about my friends or kin, or my roommates or classmates or inmates or whatever the kinship need be to you. Not that I don't care about them, because I still love them, and I said my goodbyes to them when they were still alive or whatever. So I really don't go to wakes or burials. You know, folks can scathe me or shame me or, you know, or guilt me all they want. You know, they can even slight me if they want to. But I don't do those things. You know? So anyway, if you like this film, then follow me over here at the Jordan Long Fairway. Watch the other film that I made yesterday over here. It's a good one. I, Jordan Long, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.